What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm BTX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have some meta deck discussions for the Digimon TCG. This isn't a real legit meta deck discussion because it's not based on tournament data from regionals, ultimate cups, official Bandai events, but we did have some win-a-box tourneys, and as always, I really love the Eggman events because he always puts some great stuff on there. This is our first kind of look into a little bit of what BT23 is shaping up to be like. So we're going to look at it here, these unofficial events here, and they had top 8s, and just kind of see where things are trending towards. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. We'll start with the one that was back on the end of October. And then we had another one at the beginning of November here. But so Hudie, everyone expects Hudie to be really big. They had like 3 Royal Knights in the top 8, 1 Jesmon and 1 Mastimon. So let's kind of take a look here. Jesmon actually won Jesmon GX. And we'll take a look and see what version it is. Looks like it's the Ganku version, but it's using the new Jesmon support. So it's a little bit different than the deck I was playing. Maxing out on your Hucks, which is kind of basically what I did. The only difference is you're not playing the other BT5 Huck, but playing a couple Ukomons to keep the deck rolling, keep it searching. The new Blanc and the old one. The new CL, which is really good. And I don't know why the BT10 CL, I mean, I guess it's good. But maxing out on the BT20 Biohack that plays either a Ganku or Sistermon for reduced cost of 2. And then, of course, 2 of, which is the opposite of kind of what I'm running. 3 of the Savior Huck, the Alliance one, so he can tap something to Digivolve. And then the Ganku X to protect your board, with both GXs and Master Disciple, of course, being one of the most popular cards. I don't get the Koromon thing because I get it, but you're not going to ever attack with a level 3, like with a Huckmon, so I don't get where the draw is important there, but maybe I'm wrong. But that's just kind of how I feel about that. Just why not just the Gurimon? And then we have the CS Hudie loop. Obviously the Gotsumon maxed out. Palmon's interesting. Some people I see run one or the other, but this guy's running 2, both Terrier and and then maxing out on Angemon, Ankylomon, Seadramon, Hudie, obviously. Pyldramon, that's kind of interesting, the DNA. I think I've seen that as an alternative to the what is it? To the what's his name? Not this guy, but the Chimeramon, alternative to Chimeramon. Venusmon 2, and then like Tamers here, 4 of each. That's kind of maxed. So that's an interesting build. What else we have? Royal Knights. Every time there's a new Royal Knight, this deck gets better. Playing the new Magnamon, especially since this deck did get hit when Purge got hit to 1. This is playing 2 of the new Drazels. That's interesting. The new Craniumon, the new Gallantmon. Lots of new stuff. The new Dynasmon. That's interesting. Yeah, playing a lot of the new cards. It's always such a strong deck. It's nice to like see the difference between different Hudie builds. This one's running 4 and 4 of these guys. I believe that's like the loop. That Dino B, that's a cool. Yeah, that's because you got purple and red, so you can run it that way too. So there's different ways to run it, and then the Pyldramon with Partition. That I think is better than the other one, just because it still gets the attack, but the fact that it strips sources is well, sorry, no, it doesn't strip sources, but the fact that it suspends anything with less sources than it is actually really, really good. Especially because you could just like keep doing these loops. It's crazy. Mirai. I love how this one doesn't even have any like, yeah, no Wormmon or anything like that. So are like people like, is Wormmon bad? Another Royal Knights. Same kind of thing here. Oh, playing the new Sistermon CL. And playing the new Dynasmon and Gallantmon again. And then, yeah, the new Magna. New Craniumon. So similar kind of things. Those cards are obviously making a difference. And the Craniumon's kind of good because it protects stuff too. I believe I played the new deck I played against at the Ultimate Cup had the new Gankumon in it, and oh gosh, that and the Craniumon, just disgusting. Really hard to get around. CS Mastimon, that's cool. I mean, other than it says CS Mastimon, but it doesn't. It's not really CS. It's Patamon engine, it's Vaccine engine, Pillowmon for stunning, Tapirmon for memory blocking, which is kind of cool. And the Godomons, those are expected. Yeah, I've seen people running BT15. I'm actually running BT15. ST20, that's kind of an interesting one. I didn't think about that one. And then only two Lady Devimons, 3 and 3. So that's kind of interesting. Ruin mode for wins. Ruin mode's always great. And one TK, which is interesting as well. Mastimon. Yeah. Ace. 2 aces and 4 promos. None of the new Mastimon. So that's interesting as well. And then we have another Hudie and another Royal Knight. This one here, wanting only one of each. Running a more wide variety of tamers and some of the options, so that's interesting. And the Royal Knight's probably the same thing too. Like it's probably just the exact. Yeah, playing the maxing on the new Magnamon. I like the Sister Rod. It's kind of interesting. Craniumon. It's a blocker too, so I mean, D-Digital blocker. It's an MVP card. This guy's playing the new Gankumon, and the new Dynasmon. New Examon. That's kind of cool. Because that's on play as well, so that's interesting. It's expensive though, so I mean, it doesn't get as much of a good cost reduction as some of the other stuff does. But yeah, very interesting. Needless to say. If we go back here, we can look at the other one, which is same thing. It's about a week later, so let's see what people have learned from it. Hudie, 2 Royal Knights, 2 Jesmon, 1 CS Masty again. So this time Hudie was like winning all the matches. 3 Terrier, 1 Pal. This is getting some Wormmons in there. Still maxing on your Searcher, obviously. Playing a little bit more of this guy. The 4 Seadramon's interesting. 1 Venusmon. Yeah. One options. One of the options are pretty much one-ups. HPD, because HPD is cool too. And then we have another one in second. More of the CS rookies. which is really cool. I didn't realize with this with the CS rookies, based on their abilities and stuff like that, that they get when you DNA with them, that you can reuse this ability, which is why they're so nuts, because they're now a new Digimon. It's crazy. I like the Paildramon. Like, I might aim towards that because I was going to run the Chimeramon at mine. We will be doing deck profiles for the channel, so stay tuned. Guys, they're coming. Hopefully tomorrow we'll start with our first deck profile. But yeah, Paildramon seems really cool. I'd love to run Pile. Shitose. Erica. Yeah. And then this is kind of cool. The Kuremi Detective Agency. Although I feel like Yugo is better, but that's just because it helps you play Tamers. Run another Royal Knights. Like I said, this is just all like the same stuff, but it seems like this is kind of what's popular right now, regardless to see how it places in the meta. Royal Knights is always really good. It just doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop being good. Again, we got the Craniumon, Dynasmon. Same kind of theme here. This one's playing Marcus. I don't necessarily think is that good in the deck anymore. I feel like if you have to go back to Marcus, the deck's fallen a little bit too far since the Purge hit. Jesmon GX. So again, same kind of thing. No Ukos, but similar. One BT6 instead of the BT10 one. I think the BT10 is not that great. But other than that, similar ratios for everything. I don't think 3 Sistermon Training Gym is necessary. I just don't think that that's necessary at all. And then there's another one. I love it. This one just says Gankumon, and maybe this is the better version of the deck. I'm not sure. Pure Aggression Jess is this one's running Floodgates. You guys know how I feel about Floodgates. Gallimon and Medieval. Gallant X-Antibody. Like, what the hell is this deck? Oh, this is just straight Ganku Turtle. No Jesmon. Straight Ganku Turtle. Ugh. Cool boys. Yeah. That's not my cup of tea. I was hoping Jesmon would be more prevalent this format, but we'll see when we get to actual meta discussions and stuff like that. We'll go CS Masty. We've looked at the Raw Knights decks. They're just so this one's the same kind of thing. Playing the Salamon from EX6, that's kind of cool. One of them. Kudamon from EX5. That's an interesting Kudamon. I would have thought BT13, but it's a vaccine. Well, I mean, they're both vaccines, but I mean, it searches, so that's kind of nice. Of course, the Godomons. There are only 3 of this Godomon. 2 of the BT15. One of the BT15. I'm really liking this. Interested in this. Like security attack -1. I mean, isn't there other ways to give that in this deck? I don't know. But 4 of the new Angelwoman, 2 of the old BT11. None of the EX stuff. Playing none of the EX stuff. Playing 3 and 3, which is kind of what I'm on. But I also play the Ace as well. And then this is the TK I thought that someone would play if they were going to play TK, but I think I'm just playing Mirror Eyes. So interesting. CS Massey is making a hit in some locals, so that's kind of cool. So we'll have to see how it does in the meta when it comes in there. Hoodiemon's obviously going to be taking a lot of the meta over. Same kind of thing here again. Lots of CS rookies maxing out on your searcher. You don't really care about these guys as much. 4, 3, and 3, and then this is one running Chimeramon. I like the idea of Pile better, but we'll have to wait and see how everything shakes out. Obviously, Chitose is one of the best. He's just got one of the best abilities. And then obviously Kisuke, Erika are really good as well. Wormmon seems to not be a, like the best of plays. I know Terramon is there to play Tamers for free. Seems like PAL is better because it gains you a memory. So if you have a memory tamer, or even just you have the Chitose and gain a memory from whatever your opponent puts at, that puts you at 4, which means you can go into the Hudimon without passing turn, which is important. Yeah, it just seems like there's a lot of thought process to that. I think I think the Palmon might actually be better. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll look and see what happens when we have some more meta deck information. And then, of course, the Kuremi Detective Agency again. This is probably pretty good because you search and then it's guaranteed memory. So I think like most of these are loop decks instead of tribal. I feel like the loop, people are really going for the loop because it can just destroy your opponent really easily. Being able to put out Shakuamon and stuff like that, and then swing with him, and then potentially put him on the bottom of the deck, and you have barrier. So if you crash into anything big, you just trash your security and keep going. And every time you re-DNA, you get another instance of barrier. So that's pretty good. Although I do like the Pi Ultramon because it gets 2 swings. Unsuspend swing, nukes your opponent's board so they can't unsuspend. Because, this guy's only good if your opponent has something on the board. If he doesn't have anything on the board when you use his ability, then you can't, use his taunt on anything. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing from these decks. It seems like Hudie is really popular. Like it's taken at least, this is top 8, so this is like a little bit more than, probably around 30, like a third of the tops. A little bit more kind of thing in between, like, 33 to 40% of the top. Royal Knights and Jessamon, Ganku. Ugh. Ganku's disgusting, but maybe I should be playing that, although I did enjoy the pure aggression of Jessamon. We'll have to see how we land on our decks and stuff like that. We're still doing a lot of testing. We do have some decks that we are completely done with, and we're ready to do the profiles right away. Tell me what you guys think about this. What do you think about these little events? Are they going to be a indicator of where the meta lines up, or do you think that we got more discussions to have? Things are going to be a little bit different when we see a regionals or regionals data from anywhere, North America, UK. Where do you think that this is going to end up? Obviously, I think a lot of people think Hudie is going to be a big part of it, but what about these other decks? Do you think Massey's going to make an impact, or do you think we're just going to be seeing Ganku, Turtle, and Royal Knights with Hudimon, and then maybe a few other rogue decks? But let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.